Today, we are diving into a brand new AI that, honestly, feels like it puts an entire Hollywood studio right on your desktop. But to really get what makes it so special, we gotta start with a scene.
Just listen to this line. You must. It's the only way to protect her. It's got that weight to it, right? You can almost see the scene. Maybe a gritty detective movie, a tense sci-fi thriller.
Well, what if I told you that wasn't from a movie at all? That everything you just pictured in your head, the alley, the characters, that dialogue, the emotion in the voice, was created from nothing more than a text prompt. Every single pixel, every sound wave was made by an AI.
So the magician behind the curtain here is Google's newest model, Veo 3. And the reason it's such a huge leap forward is that it doesn't just make silent videos, it generates the entire cinematic experience, sound, dialogue, everything.
Look, being able to create 4K video with realistic physics is, well, it's amazing. But the real game changer here is the native audio. Other big models like Sora or Runway, they make beautiful visuals, for sure. But then you have to go and add all the sound later. Veo 3 does it all at once. That's a huge deal.
So, we've established the tool is ridiculously powerful. But, just like a fancy red cinema camera, it's only as good as the person operating it. And for AI video, that skill, it all comes down to how you write your prompts.
This really calls for a new way of thinking. You're not just a user typing in some words. You're the writer, you're the cinematographer, you're the director, all rolled into one. Your prompt is the script, the shot list, it's the whole blueprint.
And the difference is it's night and day. Look at this. A simple prompt, a stormtrooper walking, gets you exactly that. It's fine. But a director's prompt? That gets you a story. You're specifying the format, a selfie vlog, the action, the camera style. You're creating a whole scene with a point of view. So to make this a little easier, you can think about it with this simple 5-part framework. Scene, subject, action, camera, and sound. Where is it? Who's in it? What are they doing? How are we seeing it? And what do we hear? If you nail these 5 things, you're giving the AI everything it needs to really bring your idea to life.
Okay, so now that we have that structure, let's talk about the specific words you use. If you want results that look like they're from a movie, you have to, well, speak the language of movies. It really is all about using the right keywords.
Think of these keywords as your personal director's toolkit. Every single one is a direct command to the AI. You say low-angle shot and boom, your subject feels more powerful. You add handheld camera and suddenly there's a sense of urgency. Golden hour gives you that gorgeous, warm, late afternoon light. Getting good with this language is how you take control of the entire vibe of your scene.
And that same level of detail is absolutely crucial when you get to dialogue. Don't just throw the words in quotation marks. You have to assign them. Tell the AI who is talking and, this is the key part, how they're talking. Adding that one word, urgently, completely changes the performance you're gonna get.
All right, let's get real for a minute. This tech is incredible, but it is not perfect. Not by a long shot. Just like any director, you're gonna have things go wrong on set. The trick is knowing how to problem solve.
One of the most common glitches is also one of the most annoying. Random, buggy subtitles showing up on screen. Sometimes video gets a little overzealous and tries to add subtitles for your dialogue, but they usually come out as total gibberish.
So here's your toolkit for that problem. First, just try a negative prompt. Literally tell the AI, no subtitles. If that doesn't work, try phrasing your dialogue without quotation marks. Sometimes even parentheses or brackets from a script can confuse it. And hey, if all else fails, you can always just zap them out with a video editor.
Okay, the next big challenge is character consistency. Getting the exact same person to show up in shot after shot is, frankly, one of the hardest things for AI video right now. But there are ways to wrangle. So how do you direct for consistency? Well, first you have to be super detailed about your character in every single prompt. Second, keep the action simple. Complex stuff can cause weird artifacts. But honestly, the most clever workaround? Use characters that aren't human or that wear masks. This is the secret to why all those Bigfoot and Stormtrooper vlogs look so good. It completely sidesteps the problem of getting a human face perfectly right every time.
Now, we have to talk about the cost of all this creative magic, because while you can mess around with faster, lower quality modes, making those really jaw-dropping cinematic clips, well, that's going to cost you.
A single 8-second, high-quality video can run you about $6. This tells you something important. This isn't just a toy, it's a professional tool, and it has a professional price tag. And that's another reason why learning to nail your prompts on the first try is so important.
Okay, so we've covered what this is, how to use it, and how to fix it when it breaks. For this last part, I want to share a really powerful secret for how you can practice and get good at this without, breaking the bank.
So if the high-quality stuff is expensive, how do you practice? Well, it turns out there's a kind of hidden sandbox built right into the Google ecosystem. It's a way you can generate a ton of clips and really hone your prompting skills without hitting those daily limits.
Here's how you do it. First, pop into your Google account settings and make sure your language is set to English, United States. Then go to your Google Drive, click New, and you should see an option for Google Vids. The video generator inside that tool uses VO3. And here's the kicker. While it runs in a faster, lower quality mode, it doesn't have the same strict limits. It is the perfect place to test out ideas and perfect your prompts.
And that kind of brings us to the big picture here. What does all of this really mean? It means we're walking into a totally new creative era. For the very first time, one person, a solo creator, a small business owner, a teacher, can basically be their own production company. The huge barriers, both technical and financial, that used to keep people from making pro-level video, they're starting to just crumble away.
So really, the big takeaway is this. The technology is here. It's real, and it's getting more accessible every day. The tools that used to belong only to massive studios are now in your hands. So the only question left is a creative one. What stories are you going to tell?